Hey everybody, I'm Odin. Today we're playing Void War. This is a demo that you can grab on Steam, and this is absolutely FTL meets Warhammer 40k. I mean, that's exactly what it is. So if you played FTL and you enjoyed it, you will enjoy this game. It's that simple. I love FTL, but I'm terrible at it, and as it turns out, I'm terrible at this too. What a surprise. But I still enjoy it. I still love the FTL style game, no matter how terrible I am. It's kind of like grand strategy games. I love those, but I'm completely horrible at all of them. It doesn't matter. So this is not a grand strategy game, but it's a similar situation in that I'm terrible, but I love it. Anyway, I've done one run so far, and that was about a week ago. So I figured, you know what, I'm going to pick it back up, and we might as well make a video or two or three or whatever about it, just to show this demo off to people in case you were unaware of it. So I've already explained what it's all about, so why don't we just get right into it. So I'm going to go to a new game here. Now, you can choose from two different types of commanders here. You can have an exile, and this exile has an ancient translocator, so you can teleport yourself into a target room in your ship instead of having to walk there. That's if you choose the exile. Also, you'll see the equipment slots that they have there. There's 3 different equipment slots. The Witch over here is a psyker. You'll notice up here is just commander is what this is described as. This is a commander and a psyker. The Witch has Mind Bolt, which casts a projectile that deals 15 HP damage to hostile crew. So you might be wondering, what? Like, how's that going to happen if they're in another ship? Well, that's in case hostile crew boards your ship, and you'll see how all that works here momentarily. And you'll notice here we can go over here, and there's also an assassin already in the demo, but it costs 8,000 whatever these are. So we have 0. Okay, it's resonance, that's right. It's used for unlocking ships and commanders. So in the future there will be many more for you to unlock, but as you can see it says unavailable in demo. So we're going to go with an exile here as our commander. The name could be just randomly generated, like Hector is going to be the dude's name, and that's fine, alright? Alright, so we confirm that. Alright, and so now you can see it looks like FTL. I mean, that's what it is, right? So this is the name of the ship, all right? You can randomize the hull of the ship. You can also view the exterior of the ship if you'd like to, which is kind of cool. This is the type of ship. So this is an Imperial Cruiser A. It's a formidable, all-purpose assault craft, equipped with a launch bay for boarding operations. That's how you board, or you can send some of your crew into the enemy ships if you want. Its crew of Imperial enforcers is oathbound to this vessel and will obey orders without question. And if you try to go to other ones, they're unavailable in the demo, so you just have the Imperial Cruiser right now. Over here, these are your systems. You've got your door control, alright, which enables remote control of doors and airlocks. If you put someone in one of the rooms, like you can see this dude is here in the engine room, that's equivalent to manning the room. So if you man this room, it will reinforce the doors. This is your life support, refills shipboard oxygen. These are your engines, obviously. Improves your evasion and your subspace drive charge. We'll talk about that later. Here's your shields. If you have someone in the shield room, you'll have faster shield recharge speed, which is very important. This is the command throne. This is where your commander usually is. And as long as they are there, you get bonus to evasion, and your subspace drive charges up. And you only get half the evasion if the throne itself is not manned. Now it turns out anyone can man the throne, but the commander gives you plus 5% evasion. Here's your weapons bay. Here's your sensors, and this allows you to not only see all the stuff in your own ship, but it allows you to see into enemy ships. And then there's the launch bay where you can load people into it. It's right here, and launch it into enemy ships. Here's your loadout. Here we've got a storm cannon, and we've got a bolt cannon. And you can see the required power. This one requires 2, this one requires 1. We've got 3 power into the weapons right there, so that's, we could use both of them. Over here, we've got our commander. Over here, we have our crew. We have 2 Imperial enforcers, so you can see they are the same, they just have different names. They have 90% fire resistance. These are module slots to help customize our ship. We don't have anything there. There's the normal difficulty, so this is how you get started, so let's hit launch. Alright, so it's going to explain a lot of stuff in more detail than I did. So, the God King has fallen. The Empire is in despair. Brother fights against brother as the ruinous cults sweep through the stars. The very fabric of reality trembles before the onslaught of demonic swarms. Deep within the Imperial core worlds, one final hope exists, to rekindle the flames within the Vault of Souls. To the Empire, you are a blasphemer. To the cults, you are a heretic. Trust no one. Let none stop you from bringing the renegades of this forsaken realm to their destined annihilation. So from the start, nobody likes you. That's what that means. Alright, so you prepare your ship for subspace translation. Alright, so you'll see here, if I hit spacebar, we go into command mode. Alright, so this is where you issue your orders. So like for instance, we've got this enforcer here, he's manning the engine room. If I wanted to, I could select him and send him to a different room. Like if I right-click there, he'll go to the life support room. We've got our commander right here. He's, I believe this is the throne room. Am I right about that? I think I'm right about that. Here's our shields. There's the, what do they call it? I can't even remember. The launch bay. There's our weapons, and there's the sensors. So if I unpause, this dude will go where I told him to. Also, you can click on the doors to open them manually or close them manually. But I'm going to move him back to the engine room. Alright. So let me pause again real quick. Over here, this is our reactor. We have 3 units of reactor power, which means we could add that to other things. Like over here for the weapons, I can add 2, or I can add 1, and now we've got both active, but we don't have any leftover reactor power. Over here, this is the command throne. This is the door control. So you can actually open all doors, or you can close all doors over here. And then again, here's the sensors. Up here, scrap metal is what you use to upgrade things after each encounter on the map. Over here, you can see the loadout, your weapons and modules. Here is where you can upgrade the different systems using that scrap metal, as you can see. So we'll get to this momentarily. This is munitions. If you have missile bays or artillery systems, you'll need this ammo. We don't have those. We just have the bolt cannon and the storm cannon, so we don't have to worry about that. You can also select your people, I believe, just by clicking on their portraits if you don't want to click on them in the ship itself. So you can do that as well. Right, and let's see if there's anything else we were going to look at here. I don't think so. So anyway, so to get started, we have to warp. We have to engage the subspace drive. By the way, this is our hull strength. I didn't mention that. And this is our shield strength right here. So anyway, we're going to undo command mode, and we're going to go to warp. And so now you'll see the map. And this should look familiar to those of you who've played FTL or other similar games. Right here, this is a listening station, this is a merchant, and this is a mechanic. We probably want to head towards this merchant, I would think. So let's start with this node. So we're going to click on that, and we're going to warp in. And a pirate ship emerges from behind a large asteroid. It opens fire. So we're looking at a Corsair destroyer. It's got a hull strength of 6. Its evasion is 10. And you can, as it says here right here, you can decrease enemy evasion by damaging their engines or the command throne. So in other words, we can target their engine room or target the command throne, which is here, I think? It's sometimes hard to tell. Because, I'm pretty sure this is life support. This is probably the command throne. Alright, so anyway, I'm going to hit continue, and I'm going to hit space immediately. So, as you can see, they've got a shield, right? The question is, how quickly can we get the shield down? Usually, I don't know exactly how they figure it out, but it's usually like 1 or 2 shots. So we have these hotkeys here, Q and W. So what I want to do is I want to hit Q, and that's going to ready this weapon. And I'm going to say, I want you to fire at the shield. Right there. Alright? And so this little bar is going to fill up, and once it fills all the way up, they're going to fire. Then I hit W to arm this one, and I'm going to say, I want you also to fire at their shield room, because we want to take the shields out really quickly. That's the idea. Once we take the shield out, we can actually hit the ship. Now, the first shot is not going to hit the shield room, it's going to hit the shield, but that's why I have both of them aiming at the shield room there. Also, I probably want to move this dude from the door place to our shield room, because if we man the shields, we're going to get a little bonus there. So, like for instance, where are we at here? Shields. So manning improves the charge speed. So we're definitely going to want to do that. And then I'll leave the other guy in the engine room, because that will improve our evasion rate, which is very important. So let's unpause. This dude's moving, and you can see these things are filling up right here, the little red bar. So we are waiting. Q is going to fire first. All right, we both fire. Okay, so now quickly, you can see, I think the first shot took their shield out. They shot at us and it took our shield out, but I think they only fired one time. I think they only have one weapon. Yeah, this thunder cannon. So we have another shot from our storm cannon going out. Also the bolt cannon. So let's unpause. Alright, so we managed to hit their shield room, and you can see that the icon for the shields changed color, and that means that we have damaged it. If it becomes red, that's obviously what we're looking for, and then it'll be destroyed after that. So their shields are down, but they're going to recharge. You can see ours already recharged. I'm going to go ahead and go with Q, and I'm going to say hit that shield again. It's probably going to pop up before the next shot, so I'm going to double it up one more time. And I don't think we'll need to, but we could take our crew and put them here in this bay, and you use these controls, by the way. You can load the crew right here into the assault pod, is what it is, and then you launch the sled, and it'll go and it'll crash into any room you pick. Well, I don't think you can pick any of them, but it'll show you which ones you can pick. And the pod will crash into that part of their ship. Your dudes will come out and fight, which is awesome, of course. Speaking of, well, we can't open this in combat, but they can actually be equipped with different items. So anyway, let's unpause. So they're going to repair. That's what's going on here. You can see they're trying to repair the room, and they will repair it. All right, there's our bolt cannon, and it got through before they could recharge. There's our storm cannon. We missed, and then we hit. So you can see their hull strength is down to 3. And their shields are in bad shape. It says current power 0. So what that means is their shields are not working right now at all. They're going to keep trying to repair. We could, you notice we've done a little bit of damage to one of these guys. This guy has lost 1 HP, this guy has lost 3. We could keep shooting there, try to do that. Or we could try to take out another system, like maybe their engine. I mean, all in all, we just need to do damage is what we need to do. I don't think we even need to worry about their weapons, because I don't think they can get through our shield. I mean, they can knock it down, but then it recharges before they can fire again. So I think what I'll do is with the storm cannon, I'll fire at the shield room again to try to hit them, and with W, I'm going to aim at their engine room and unpause. Alright, so there goes the bolt cannon. Hit the engine room. Did some devastating damage there. They're firing. Alright, they missed. We fired again, and they are toast. So obviously it starts out fairly simple, and then it's going to get more difficult. Alright, so we scavenged some useful material from the wreckage. We got 27 scrap metal. Scrap metal's good. It's very good. Alright, so take that. We'll go ahead and pause real quick. And let's go to our upgrades. So we got 62 scrap metal. We can upgrade our shields, for instance. You can see we're down there at 2. If we put one more in, it'll be a cost of 20, but we're not going to get anything new. Then, for a cost of 30, we'll get 2 shield barriers, which is pretty sweet. Over here on the engines, we can get more evasion by just spending 15. I think that's probably going to be a good idea. For life support, and we'll see how oxygen plays into things as we go. But we can get a triple oxygen refill rate. Over here, we can increase our weapons system power. So we can man more weapons, that kind of thing. Or fire them anyway. Launch bay, we can increase the capacity of the assault sled and the subsystems, the command throne. We can get some evasion even without a pilot. That's autopilot. Over here, we can reinforce the doors. Why is that important? Well, if the enemy sends their attack sled or their assault sled to your ship, you don't want them to easily get through the doors and start destroying everything. And then, of course, sensors and sensor strength. So I think what I want to do first, I want to get us some more evasion. So now we're at 15% evasion. I think I really would like to go for the shield barriers, but we don't have enough to do that second one, so we're just going to be kind of partly through there. Also, we can add reactor units, and I think... You know what? I think I'm going to upgrade the sensor with this other one. We'll worry about more reactor units soon enough. So you want to hit upgrade to make sure it all goes through. Right. Okay, so when I right-click on this dude, you can see he has an empty armor slot and an empty weapon slot. So we can actually get him items so that he becomes more powerful, and when he invades an enemy ship, you know, obviously he'll be better in melee combat. This guy's got the same thing going on, and you'll notice Hector has a tool slot in addition to the other slots that we were looking at. I think I want to leave the dude in the engine, leave the dude here, and then leave our guy on the command throne. I think that's going to be just fine. And I think we're ready to go. So we're going to warp. And so you can see this is our current location. Now we're going to head here. We don't really know what we're going to get. Let's see what happens. All right. Okay, so there's a hidden research facility here. You recover some advanced technology. Oh, sweet. We got a module called Combat Subroutines, +1 DPS to all machine slave units. Well, we don't have any machine slave units, but that's interesting. All right, you consider your new module. So again, machine slaves, we don't have any. That's a type of unit. We could install the module. But the question is, will that do us any good, or we could just discard it? I don't see why we would discard it, since we don't have any other modules right now. We can't open that. Let's just say install. Alright, so Combat Subroutines successfully installed. So here is the module over here on the side. If we look at the loadout, this is the module slots, so here's this one. If we had machine slaves, we'd be sitting pretty right now, but we don't. These guys are not machine slaves. They are Imperial Enforcers, but it's alright. Anyway, so that's all there was here. Let's warp again. So now we've got a merchant. Now, do we have any money? I don't think so. I think you have to, I don't even remember what the currency is. Huh. So there's that, or the listening station. I don't remember exactly what the listening station is either. But I do want to look here anyway. So we're going to go to the merchant. And so there's a mercenary broker here. It is always important to have a solid crew at your back. We have a set of mercenary contracts on offer. Would you like to see them? By the way, you can also attack these ships to try to just take everything for yourself. But as you can see, that's probably not a good idea here. They've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 crew. Now they do only have 10 or 6 hull strength and 10% evasion. I mean, in theory, we might be able to take them. But I think that's probably a stupid gamble. That's probably a real stupid gamble. I don't think we're going to do that. Anyway, let's click trade. So, yeah, so you do use scrap metal as the currency. So, I maybe should not have spent the scrap metal on the upgrades. We could have gotten an infiltrator, as you can see here. Door break speed plus 1,000%. We have a scavenger here. Extracts vaults instantly, and again, the break speed is ridiculous. We got a commando here who's immune to suffocation, so if all the oxygen goes out of a room in your ship, they can just chill in there, it doesn't matter. Here's equipment. There's a breach charge. You can create a whole breach. Translocator, you can teleport yourself. Carbine, yeah. So this is a weapon, gives you plus DPS to the person who has it, and +1 in large rooms, and it slows the enemy crew, which is cool. Then you have your Psychomancy. So this is a psychic power that will extinguish nearby fires and create toxic gas. Cast a projectile that heals allied crew in target room, and force shield, which is cool. And then, of course, you can reload your munitions, you can repair your hull, and this will repair everything. I wonder if we could sell this. No, it'll be destroyed. Okay, no. We might as well hold on to it. That's fine. Okay, so, yeah, so there's nothing we can buy. It's kind of sad, but that's how it is. So let's go ahead and work. So we gotta move here. Let's see what we get. Alright, you arrive back in real space and find yourself staring at the familiar void of deep space. You move on. So this is nothing here. That's okay. Alright, let's check out the next node. Okay. A damaged war cult vessel is visible in the distance. In spite of its injuries, it does not hesitate to open fire on you. As you can see, it only has 2 hull strength, evasion of 10%. This is not going to be difficult. Furthermore, I don't know. I don't think they have any crew. I don't think that our sensors are just not good enough to see. I think it doesn't have any crew, so I don't know how it's going to fire at us. Apparently it will. So anyway, I'm going to pause real quick. Something's going on here. I guess we just can't see the crew. I guess our sensors aren't good enough. I would think. But then again, I don't know. Anyway, let's do what we do. Let's go for the shields. And unpause. Yeah, something's going on. Someone's definitely in there. Alright, soon we will fire. They fired as well. They missed. We took out the shield, and then we fired with our second weapon. Oh, okay, yeah. We saw the crew for just a second there, and then we destroyed them. No problem. You see them floating out into space. Alright, you scavenge what you can. We got scrap metal and we got some munitions. That's cool. So again, we could upgrade, but maybe we shouldn't. Maybe we should hold on to this money. But I really want to get this second shield, so we're going to do that. Now we got 2 shield barriers. That's cool. Right. Okay, let's warp. Shipyard, safe place to rest. Doesn't really matter which one we choose. It's a gamble. Let's go here. Alright. Soon after arrival, you discover multiple ships adrift, all missing their crews. Suddenly, a vessel emerges from the shadow of a nearby planet, weapons firing. So again, we can't see the crew here. I think one way that we can see them, of course, would be to send our people over in an assault pod, but I don't know how many crew there are, and we might get just romped. If we show up here, if we breach and put our crew in here and they've got like 8 people, then that's a really bad situation. So their disruptor seems to be in a bad state there. They got thunder cannon. So we're going to pause instantly. And again, I don't know why you wouldn't go for the shields first. So I'm going to put both weapons targeting on the shields. And let's just kind of see what we can do here. Okay, this seems to be fixed. Alright. Oh man, they just gained some evasion, so they must have manned a certain room there. Okay, our shields just went down. Okay, that's... Why did our shield go down? Is that what this does? I don't know how they did that, but they took our shield down before they even fired, which is crazy. Let's see what happened here. Oh, status unmanned. What do you mean unmanned? I got a dude standing right there. What happened to him? I don't know what this is telling me, to be perfectly honest. So they did something to our shield. Oh, it looks like it took 1 power away? I don't know how that... I don't know exactly what that means. Anyway, so you see we have a fire here. We could send someone from the crew over here to manually put the fire out. Another option we have is to open the door into deep space, and that will pull all the oxygen out, and that'll put the fire out. So that's what we're going to do, to open that door. We missed over here. We did take the shield down, but then we missed. See, I don't know. Maybe it was this disruptor. I don't know how they did that. Alright. Let's go for the shields again. And maybe... I don't even know what this is. Oh, it should tell me over here, right? No, that's the command throne. Okay, I thought this was the command throne. I don't know. Okay, don't know what that is. Alright. We might be in a bunch of trouble here. Let's focus on the shields again. Alright, so you can see this is the oxygen's going out of the room. Okay, they fired. We got our shield back. Okay, the fire's out, so I'm going to close this. And our bolt cannon just fired, so I'm instantly going to get it back up and target it before it even leaves. Alright, we took the shields there, and now we're waiting. Okay. Okay, they just breached our ship, and we're getting nowhere, so we're probably dead. Alright, so they breached, so obviously we're going to have to meet them. We don't really have a choice here. So I'm going to send these guys over here, and we're in just all kinds of trouble here. Just right out of the bat. There's no reason that I should try to send my dudes, because we need them here. Let me try to... Oh, you can't target the guns there. Alright. Let's try... Oh, yeah, target them there. It's not going to work, but whatever. Okay, we see them. Alright, there's actually no oxygen in here, actually, because they breached it. They didn't... I don't think they brought anyone on board the ship. I don't think they brought anyone on board the ship. All they did was busted a hole in it, I guess. Yeah, I guess that's what this crack indicates. So, we don't want to be in here, is what that means. So get out of here. We did manage to hit here, which is nice. I want to fire at that again. Okay, get out of there, y'all are going to suffocate. Okay, we've done some damage here. Yeah, okay, so what they're doing, I guess this is... Somehow I guess this is the disruptor, right? It's a different type of weapon, but somehow it seems to be like shutting down the power to our systems. So it rerouted that power back to the reactor. I haven't, honestly, the one I said I've done one run before, I have not encountered this weapon. Whatever they're using, I have not encountered that before. Alright. Let's keep going after the shields and keep going after the weapons here. Oh, you know what? We can't use this weapon right now. It's disabled. Okay. Alright, it's fixed now, I think. Yeah. So let's do that. Alright, so they took down the shield. They did not fire again. Now their shield seems... Their shield still hasn't recharged. But they did fix this because the color went back to gray. Yeah, there's the shield again. Now the shield's down. They're repairing everything pretty quickly. We might have to think about trying to board them, but we'll just kind of wait a second here. Yeah, they're doing a lot of damage to us. Alright, we're doing some damage too, but I don't know if it's sustainable. Our shields are still down. This is not sustainable. We're just going to try something wild, because we're probably going to lose anyway. Right, so I'm going to send these 2 crew members to the assault sled. And then while that's going on, I'm going to keep aiming this stuff. Alright, now that they're here, I'm going to say load crew. So now they're in the assault sled, and then I'm going to launch the assault sled, and these are our options. I think I want to land here in their weapon room so we can take the weapon room out. Also, we want to make sure we bring our guys back before we blow the ship up, if we do win, because otherwise they're going to die. So let's try going at it this way. Alright, so you see we landed here, and we are instantly fighting. We're actually doing a decent job here. Let's fire at... I don't know what that... Let's just focus there for now. I don't want to hurt my guys. Alright, so we're whooping up on them. We're whooping up on them here. You can see the health of my dudes. You can also see the health here. Right? They're actually doing pretty well. Like, we're killing everybody that comes in here. Okay, now it's getting dicey. Now it's getting dicey. I might want to... Well, we should be alright once we kill this guy right here. Let's take their other systems out. Okay, now we should be able to take this guy. Okay, now we're going to get out of there. I'm going to bring my guys back. Recall crew, because they're getting close to getting annihilated here. Okay, why are y'all fighting him? I told y'all to come back. Okay, the enemy crew's been killed. You search through the remains and find a few useful items. Now, why is it not bringing my dudes back? I need to bring my dudes back. Oh, I guess I have to load? Oh, no, I don't. It should just be recall. Oh, wait. Do I have to click here? Like, oh, I guess I have to do that. Yeah, okay. I forgot. Okay, so now they are back on the ship. And they are both alive, which is great. The whole crew over here is dead. So all we got to do is finish shooting this thing here. And all will be well. Alright, I don't know how we're going to fix this. I haven't had a breach like this. Oh, man. Okay. So you can see here they're going to rest and get 15 HP once we warp. Okay. Gotta remember, how do we do this? I think we have to go to a mechanic to repair the hull, or get some kind of an item we can use. I don't think there's anything we can do here. So I'm not going to upgrade anything. I'm going to hold on to this scrap metal that we have. And I think we should be alright for now. Okay, what's going on here? Okay, door control has been annihilated. So that's broken, I guess. Okay. Alright. Warp. So let's go to the shipyard. Alright, so we got some rest going on. An abandoned shipyard floats into view. It appears to be a safe place to rest. Okay, cool. We can repair, we can heal, we can construct a machine slave, or we can scavenge munitions. I guess we only get one choice. And honestly, I think it might be more important to heal our injuries. You're probably thinking, Odin, you're an idiot. Get your hull repaired, but honestly, I think this is more important. Alright, you conceal your vessel, power down your reactor, providing your crew with a brief respite from their duties. All crew restored. That is awesome. Of course, we still have this huge problem here. I don't know how to fix this, and of course, these guys will suffocate if they go in there, so they can't fix it. I don't think None of these guys are immune to suffocation. Yeah, so that's... Our door control is just... That's not so great. Okay. All right, anyway, this is where we're going to end this episode, but we'll pick it up next time. I hope you enjoyed this. Again, this is a demo. You can grab it on Steam. I highly recommend it, even though I'm terrible at it. So thanks for hanging out. Please hit like and subscribe if you would like to, and I will see you all next time.